Well, there's been a battle brewing at the Oakland County Board of Commissioners.
Yeah, two commissioners who say they've been asking for more transparency from the county leadership say they've been retaliated against for speaking out.
7 investigator Heather Cavell here now with why they say this is not just a political fight, but actually a big problem for taxpayers.
Yes, a lot happening in Oakland County today. Those two Oakland County commissioners say they decided to leave the majority caucus because they felt that votes on important issues were changing during meetings of the Democratic majority that are not recorded. They did not resign as commissioners. They just left their caucus. But now they say they're being punished and stripped of their committee assignments.
I think it should be an ad hoc committee because that's an open and transparent way to go about this.
Oakland County Commissioners Kristen and Charlie Cavell have not been shy about demanding more transparency from Commission Chair Dave Woodward and other county leaders.
You all didn't give us actual financial documents.
That's why Nelson and Cavell say in early May, they introduced 3 resolutions to create a board of ethics, to establish financial disclosure rules for county officials, and to create a whistleblower protection policy.
I'd like to introduce miscellaneous resolution establishing financial disclosure obligations.
But Nelson and Cavell say those resolutions have stalled.
I'm not quite sure why we're shying away from increasing transparency, increasing our accountability, because at the end of the day, we need to make sure that the things and the decisions that we make are based upon the best interest of the residents across Oakland County.
These are things that Chair Woodward and County Executive Coulter were supportive of and endorsed and helped draft back in 2010 and 2012 when they were in the minority.
Cavell and Nelson say after years of raising transparency concerns, in July, they decided to leave the Democratic caucus, the meeting of the Board of Commissioners in the majority party, where a lot of decisions get made.
Regrettably, a lot of the discussions and the deliberations that happen in caucus can change the votes of how it came through committee.
What can seem like some sort of internal squabble amongst like local petty politicians arguing about he said, she said, or this guy's being mean to us and we wish we had more say. I think fundamentally the thing that's important to note is there is a pattern of bad behavior. We asked to be heard, to make our communities stronger and have people trust that government is working for them, and we were told no.
After they announced that decision, Chair Woodward sent Nelson and Cavell this letter removing them from their committees. Nelson says board rules do not allow this.
The chair of the Board of Commissioners does not have unilateral authority to remove members from standing committees.
Why did you remove 2 of the members of the Democratic majority from their committee assignments?
There were 2 Democrats that resigned from the Democratic caucus. And the committee assignments are assignments of the Democratic caucus, and so they remove themselves.
But don't the board rules say that it has to be done by the full board?
The board rule says that they are seats of the caucus.
During Thursday's public meeting, the commission minority chair asked for a legal opinion about Woodward removing Nelson and Cavell from their committees, but Woodward dismissed that. What do you say to these claims that you're not being transparent or ethical?
I'm being 100% transparent and ethical.
One of the ethical questions currently being posed to the commission chair is why he's working on the side for the Sheetz gas station chain, which is trying to grow their business in Oakland County and across Southeast Michigan. I'll show you what Chairman Woodward had to say about that coming up tonight at 6.
Many important questions.
More to come.
Yeah, all right. We'll see you at 6. Thanks a lot, Heather.
Thank you.